Hello, my friends. It's us again, coming at you live from the internet here on Tabletop Rolls. Tonight we have episode 7, that is right, episode set, if you're French, of the League of Amazing Explorers. Last time, our crew managed to not Hindenburg an airship, so there's that. As well, they managed to collect a number of items from that auction. A couple reminders at the start of the stream. Don't forget to follow us if you haven't already followed. If you do like what you do here and you want to support us, you guys can always feel free to subscribe. If you do, you'll get access to the fabulous Crit Frog emote, and then give us the ability to make more emotes in the future. And those will eventually become emotes of each of the characters. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have that. If you want to help the characters not die, because apparently I'm very good at killing characters.
Too good.
Yes, too good. I rolled too well, and with the way I roll on Monday night for my Monday night game, I'm probably going to be rolling nothing but natural 20s tonight. You can use your channel points. You'll see those in the bottom left corner. If you're not a player in this game, you can give the players a hero point, give them a reroll, or to save them from death. Hopefully it's the former and not the latter, but you never know. Other than that, those are our big announcements. I will remind everyone to please enjoy the hashtag TabletopTober. McKenna has been doing a fabulous job with the artwork. Looking at the artwork has been the highlight of my Mother's Day, apparently, so I found that out today.
Oh.
Your mom?
Yeah, she really enjoys it.
Oh.
And,
so cute.
The next thing that we're going to do is also wish a big happy birthday to Althea number 99 chat, one of our moderators. He is 55 today. So wish him a happy birthday.
Happy
Birthing
birthday!
happy day.
Yeah.
That's a respectable age.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really, really is. So we have all those done. And of course, now it's time to introduce our lovely cast of players who are all amazingly fun people. Starting off with Matthew Urban as Chip.
Good evening, everyone. I wasn't quite sure from that intro if he was referring to us or people he was bringing in to replace us. I'm glad it was, the former. So, lovely to be here again.
And of course, we have McKenna as Nim.
Howdy, howdy.
We have the head of the Coop Troop, Cooper, as Lynx.
I am joined by Jimmy Fallon tonight, everybody.
Next up, as Cassandra, we have Abby.
Hey, alive on the outside, dead on the inside.
And
dear.
last but not least, joining us tonight
Got me there.
is Shai as Ray Sildon. And Shai is also joined by her newest familiar, Luna.
That's right, I'm back.
Let the chaos return.
The baby.
And now we have a good helping of the Chaos Gods back. I'll do a quick recap of last week. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our group had managed to not only get the Magdians ejected from the ship, beat up a giant frog, and secure a number of gold to also mess over the people from Treladar. They also managed to get a number of magical items, including a phylactery that was wanted by one of the Viatori nomads. Don't worry, the Viatori will remember that. Reputation bar up. And in 500 more of those, you can get a special mount to ride on.
Is it a death sentence?
Maybe it's an alpaca.
Yeah, it's an alpaca mount. So you need
It's
to
an
hand in
alpaca now.
500 more phylacteries, and you need to get your rep to revered,
Disgusting.
and then it'll cost you 3,300 gold.
Absolutely terrible.
But that
We'll just
being
steal it.
said, they also got a number of magical items, including a couple remnants of the Great War. Those remnants being the remnant of the author and the remnant of the night sky. Other than that, they managed to get the instrument of woe they came for. They also managed to collect a +1 striking rune.
Oh.
And I don't think I'm missing anything else.
I got a date.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
She
Cassandra.
did get a date. That is true.
Cassandra
With
did get a date.
Really
with
rich guy.
Dwarven.
He's not just. Yeah, he's not just a rich guy. He is the
It's
dwarven
royalty.
emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
The son, the heir
You're
apparent.
welcome.
Oh, we also all leveled up to 2.
Yes, we
Yes.
did. And some of
We're
us
no longer paper thin.
Oh.
We're slightly above average.
I'm now a surprisingly competent medic.
just gotta do
Ooh.
this now.
Just out of nowhere.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine if a rat showed up and was like, "Get out of the way! I'm a medic!"
Let me
While you
see
do
your
that, I'm going to put this
wounds.
ice cream away.
So, as we did that, you guys, after that happened, were basically given your leftover money that you had left. You were given that. Jacques bid his farewell to you, said goodbye. It's been a pleasure, everyone, except for you, Ray. It's been great.
Yeah, I get it.
And you guys were basically taken off the ship in a buoy, a flying buoy, and landed onto the ground, where a carriage was awaiting your return to the League of Amazing Adventurers. Waiting for you in Chip's office was, of course, Gallant Grixley, the leader of the League of Amazing Adventurers. And as you entered in, he said, "I hear you did more than secured an artifact. Excellent job all around. Now, if I could just have the leftover gold, please."
We never established how much gold was left over, Will.
Yeah, there was a lot of gold flying
there
around
was
at the
a
end
lot
there.
of gold flying around there.
I'm sorry.
You guys
If
ended
I
up having,
recall,
You guys ended up having about 8 to 10,000 gold left over.
it was close
I
to
can
like
give you an
7
exact number.
or
Give me 1
6.
second.
You see, we were robbed on the way back. We have no money to give.
Didn't he say we could keep any extra?
It was 7,425 gold pieces. However, some of that is our personal gold thrown in.
It is all our personal gold for going on this very dangerous
Well, that's
mission.
why he's going to allow each of you to keep 500 gold.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
so
right, I
you
will
each get
take
500.
that.
1,000.
You can do that. And also, as an additional reward for doing so well, he is going to give you his basically season tickets to the Lutonian Natural History Theater. The Lutonian Natural History Theater is think Smithsonian Natural History Museum with a big theater in the middle of it.
Ooh.
What? This
So-
paper does nothing for me.
It's a fabulous place. It's entirely it's a huge natural history museum with a very, very good theater in the middle of it that puts on regular performances. Think of it as imagine if the museum in New York and the Lincoln Center were combined.
I've always wanted to make somebody break character while performing. Let's go, guys.
And yeah, you're given
Couldn't
tickets.
be me.
You are given tickets to the next show, which is called
Oh.
The World for My Heart.
Oh.
If you guys want to make society checks, you guys
Hey,
get a little bit of information on that play.
first roll of the night.
21, natural 1, 20. To be fair, this is very much
Credit.
old. This is very much old theater. It's written by a playwright who would be the equivalent of this world's Shakespeare. And it is a show that was the final play that playwright wrote, and it has never been successfully performed. Every time it has been performed, something terrible has happened that has stopped the play. The last time it was tried to be put up, the theater that was being put up in burnt down.
Oh no!
So it's like the famous Magdian play that's name should never be spoken.
Yes, it
Yes.
is a cursed play.
The Magdian tragedy, if you will.
Yes.
Not Macbeth.
Shy. I don't know where you live, but I will find out.
performing it, so we should be fine.
Oh,
Exactly.
the world's a
The
stage.
world is. Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth.
You haven't even read As You Like It.
Actually, I
Anyway.
did. I just don't remember it.
That being said, you are given their tickets. The show is in a week, so you guys are going to have a week of downtime before we do that.
Okay.
Well, we tried to decide what y'all want to do for your downtime. Let's talk
Crack triangle.
about leveling up.
Hey.
Let's talk about some of the
Level
stuff
up.
you got. So we'll just work our way down from the top to the bottom. So Matt, what did Chip pick up at level 2?
Well, using his downtime actually to part of his leveling up, Chip has been doing some calisthenics and some exercises, and he took skill training in acrobatics.
Oh, nice.
All for the better for leaping under tables to get out of bear range.
That is fair. And then did you get any
he
cool
also-
class feats?
Yes, I picked up the shared stratagem class feat for the investigator, which now when I do my investigation like mid-combat to assess a weak point, I can point it out to one of my party members, and if they attack it, the target before the next turn, they will get flat-footed against the target.
Ooh, fancy.
So,
Nim, what'd you pick up for level 2?
Most importantly, I think I picked up the Familiar Master class feat so that I can have more of a bond with my owl familiar Merle, and we can actually do some useful things as opposed to just having him sit there and be cute, which he's very good at doing. But I feel bad. I feel like I'm wasting his time and abilities just having him be set dressing. So,
I mean, I don't think anyone has mage hands, so a familiar who can fly could be very useful.
That is very
Mhm.
useful.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing. I picked up some skill feats. Picked up a new spell. Yeah, all good stuff.
Perfect. Lynx, what'd you pick up at level 2?
Lynx picked up a lot of things that he should have already had. Fully unrelated to the campaign right now, but if you ever need help figuring out Roll20, or if you ever need help with a character sheet, you guys should DM our DM. Will helped me figure out that a lot of my stuff was input incorrectly. So Lynx's AC went up by 4, which I'm going to say he just got like a little bit more dexterous. I was missing training in 5 skills, all of which were lore related to my character. So that happened. But what I picked up, Lynx spent a little bit of time after they got back trying to figure out a more effective way to dominate the battlefield. And he's a little bit more interested in pyrotechnics and bombs now. So Lynx picked up the Quick Bomber class feat and also picked up the Glean Content skill feat.
Nice.
So he's just a little bit more quicker about figuring things out and a little bit more present in combat now.
Wonderful. Cassandra, what did you pick up? I just sounded like Professor Oak there. Wonderful. Oh.
Wonderful!
Are you a boy or a girl?
Ash?
Well, Cassandra reached to the heavens a little bit and suddenly found out that she has this little thing called scholarly recollection. So she can kind of just recall things that she's learned over the years just a little better and maybe get like a little deity-inspired knowledge there. She also learned how this special little spell called Thoughtful Gift. So if any of her friends need items in combat, she can just kind of like teleport them there to them, like in an instant, which is really cool. So I can get them anything that they need because I'm bonding with my new friends and my classmates, and I think they could really that could really help them out a little bit. What else? Oh yes, she also picked up a little feat. I think spending time at the casinos and everything, she really learned that she likes being around people and talking to people, and this is kind of like a new thing for her. So she picked up the impressive performance feat. So I definitely made an impression with my performances and stuff. So
Nice.
Good for her.
And now, because we wanted to do one of them live, we're going to get Ray's stuff leveled to 2 live. Now, luckily, because of a couple of things. Number one, there's a new book for Pathfinder coming out, which is the Pathfinder Society Guide. And they have changed Ray's base feat from that. So Ray's been slightly nerfed. Oh, we lost
Hello.
Coop.
Hi.
Ray's been slightly nerfed.
No.
And
Who am I?
the way Ray's been nerfed is that now her strikes just deal a d4 plus 3 fire damage. But their AC does increase by 1 when they're in their stance. So now instead of having an AC of 17, you'll have an AC of 18 when you're in your stance.
Ooh,
It's the
nice.
little
I
things.
noticed my hit points went up.
They did. They're up to 26 now.
Ooh.
Your armor
That's
class
right.
also went up by 1.
Yes.
So now you got
But
a
the important
17
part, Mike.
at base and 18 when you're in your stance. And now as a monk, you get to select from some feats. Now, Shy, you have access to a couple of feats. I'll give you the important ones. There is Brawling Focus, which lets you get access to the critical specialization effect for your unarmed strikes, which means that if you hit someone critically, your unarmed strikes will do something slightly different. There is the Crushing Grab, which is when you successfully grapple a creature, you can deal bludgeoning damage to that creature equal to your strength modifier.
Damn.
You can also pick up, and this is the one I think you'll like the most, the Stunning Fist ability, which whenever you hit someone, they will need, the first time you hit them, each turn, they will need to make a Fortitude save against your class DC, or else lose one of their actions if they fail, and lose their entire turn if they critically fail.
That one. I'm gonna use that one on mischievous children.
Yeah.
It's the classic monk.
I thought you would like that one.
Backhand monk.
Yes.
And then other than that, we have a skill feat for you to grab, but we can do that one off stream.
Perfect. Give me my feet.
That's what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, I have your thing in a separate tab right now, so I'm going to actually have to pop it up. Boom.
All
And
good. No.
we're not sponsored by Roll20, but you can literally now, with Roll20, just click on your sheet, like we're doing right here, and drag and drop it into the class feats and abilities, and Stunning Fist pops up.
I can see it happen on my account. It's weird. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
It's so
It goes
cool.
to
Ray,
the-
how interesting. We both have Nimble Elf as a feat. Delightful.
Yeah, yeah. But, that
We're gonna
being
do
said,
best deal.
let's talk about downtime. Chip,
Hmm.
what Chip get up to in their week off?
Well, I have a list here. Chip essentially has divided his downtime into 2 kind of categories. The first is just work. He sits down at his writing desk and he writes up reports about the events of the auction trip, including individual evaluations on each student and a personal evaluation.
Ah, nice.
He also has to probably catch up on more grading of papers, never-ending task, at least until summer break. And the second part of his downtime would be spent shopping. He is again going to peruse the markets, looking for perhaps a slightly stronger pistol, or at least parts that he might modify his existing pistol. And finally, in the evenings, when there's no one really around and things are quieter, he pulls out the spectacles that he acquired at the auction.
That's, 1 second, that's a train, Cooper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been trying to
that's a
figure it
train.
out.
In case
Oh.
you're wondering.
You guys can hear that?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Is it
It
very
just
loud?
sounds like a really like a cryptic sort of sound effect that you would hear in a fantasy setting. So I was just like,
It sounds like you have a ghost behind you.
Oh,
Right,
you
for a
"Will
hear
about to
second-
kill us?"
For a second, I was like, ooh, Will is adding like ambient sound effects for this steampunk universe. I was really about it. I was excited. And then I saw that it was coming from your Zoom window, and I was like, well, it's still cool.
I unfortunately live right near some train tracks, and
fair.
it's just horribly screechy times. It sounds like
It'd be like that.
It'd be
ghosts
like
being tortured. But in the evenings, Chip takes out the glasses and he alternates between kind of just putting them on his desk and staring at them deep in thought. For the rest of the time, he does try and practice with it a bit. He puts the spectacles on, taps them, and draws out like this stream of the ink that then forms into like a pocket knife or a bit of string or a key that he realizes, because he doesn't know what lock would be, the key would actually be pretty useless. So
It's the key to your heart.
no, it's not.
No.
And that is pretty much how he spends his time. Would I be successful in finding a slightly better gun or parts to modify my gun?
Yeah, you probably would be. First of all, though, can you
Yes,
do
sir?
me a favor?
I mean, probably.
And can you make me your downtime check for your teaching?
What do I need to roll for that? Just an
An
intelligence
appropriate
check,
lore
or-
skill or society.
Okay, let's see. I would probably say for teaching then I have better skills, but I would probably say it would have to be medicine, so I'll roll a medicine check.
All right, roll it. Nice.
22.
That's a success. It's not quite a crit success. So you are going to get. You're going to get 1 gold and 4 silver.
Wow, the wages of this school are terrible.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then you are able to find a revolver,
Ah, okay.
which I believe
that-
you should have the stats for. But to give everyone else the stats, it is a 1d6 piercing damage weapon with a range of 60 feet. It has a reload of 6, a bulk of 1, and it requires 1 hand. It's a firearm in the firearms weapon group, and it has a deadly d8.
Okay, so that the advantage of that is I don't have to reload every time.
Yep.
Excellent.
And it's still only 1 action to reload it.
And how much does that cost me?
That'll be 15 gold pieces.
I will pay that gladly.
I'll put that into Roll20 chat so people can see it. Booyah. So that being said, otherwise Chip's downtime goes by relatively easily. What does Nim get up to in their downtime?
Nim is catching up on schoolwork, whatever she missed while she was up in the casino. And if she has any extra time after that, she's probably helping out her parents at their business, in their kind of estate.
Fair enough.
Maybe earning a little extra income.
Okay, if you want to make me a relevant lore check or skill check to earn some income, you can do that.
Sure.
And I will say that one of your nights, you will be, I don't want to say kidnapped, but it's basically that, by Gwendolyn.
Yes, that tracks.
As she more or less knocks on your door, walks up to your room, and says, Nim, we're going out. Woo!
Oh my.
Nice.
Well, I critically succeeded my divination lore check.
You did,
Delightful.
and you're trained in that, yes?
Yes.
So you're going to get 3 gold and 5 silver.
Excellent.
But yes, Gwendolyn will kind of just like, Nim, we're going out.
Okay, good. I just earned 3 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces, so I've got money to burn.
All right, I will cover you then, because, yeah, high society. And she just,
Oh, she
Boy.
said you're poor.
Oh.
it's like, and of course it's sort of like with that,
Okay.
like, I'll cover
It's
you.
cheeky. It's cheeky.
It's like, listen,
a
it's good that
little.
you're owning your own money, but luckily I have an estate. And she's actually going to take you to a lovely restaurant. It's run by mages. And basically, each dining area is private. And as you're eating your meal, illusion magics is changing the sceneries around you.
That is very cool.
Oh, it's a fabulous restaurant. The service is great because it's just like all unseen servants and mage hands that just bring in the food. So like the viewing experience is never like interrupted.
Oh, cool.
It's like, yes, I just actually bought this place the other day, so I'm
You
very
didn't.
much
That's
enjoying it.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's my first venture alone from the family, but I needed my own place, and it has a lot going for it, I think.
Well, I think it's perfect for you. Are you planning on making any changes?
None that I haven't already gotten there. I like the business the way it is, but I'm thinking about changing the way they do their storage here to be a little bit more compact and efficient.
Yes, that would be helpful.
Yes. But otherwise, I'm honestly just going to let them run. I knew that the issue with this restaurant is that beforehand, and like she'll like mention the fact that like beforehand, there weren't many people coming here because it just wasn't all that well known. But I've been having the girls who work for my father tell people to come here, and that's brought a lot of business into it.
Nice, nice.
And yeah, so your meal will continue. The dessert is a sherbet that,
Ooh.
because of the way the room works, like as you're eating the sherbet, the colors of the sherbet change with the illusion magic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just sneaking pieces of like whatever is owl edible to Merle throughout the course of the dinner.
she would she know about Merle?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, she definitely had like owl pellets brought from Merle and stuff. Like she's like, I'm going to take care of my friend tonight. We're celebrating. And she will basically grill you about your adventures on the casino for the night.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I tell her every individual detail, top to bottom. I definitely tell her about seeing Beatrix again, being able to help the like kid's mom with the phylactery.
Oh, your dad would be so mad.
Well, he wasn't there. So, as far as my father is concerned, I was away on a school project, and if he ever finds out that that school project was actually a high society auction where I trounced the Trelladarians with my mad auction buying skills, I think he might actually be, well, about as proud as my father ever is. But
so just the sort of approving nod, father. I understand
exactly,
that.
Exactly.
You know
he
what?
would give me the best approving nod, the most approving nod.
Our parents can say whatever they want about us being not as capable as them in the terms of society or building our own businesses and such, but at least we will have the emotional capacity to tell our children we love them.
Yes, that we will if we have children. I don't. That's a conversation for a different day.
For later. Yeah. And yeah.
Wow.
The night will go off, and it will be a lovely sort of meal. Afterwards, some coffee is served, and then Nim will just be like, well, sorry, not Nim.
That's me.
And then Gwendolyn will sort of be like, well, I trust you can make it home from here. I have a little bit of work to do here before I head back.
Yes, of course. Anything I can help with?
Oh, no, it's fine. Make a perception check.
Sure.
I'm looking for the tea.
Boop, 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 boop.
Perception for insight. McKenna,
Hello?
double natural 20s. That's another
Good for her.
Oh.
Good for her.
This is to make up for 2 weeks ago when I rolled 2 natural ones and wasted a hero point.
You
Yes,
sure did.
That definitely is. She is definitely holding something back. That's what you'll get as she walks off.
And okay, I'll let her go. If she doesn't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna push her.
And then from there, Lynx.
Hello.
What do you get up to in your week off? What is Lynx Bueller's week off like?
Lynx Bueller. Elves have no last names, first of all.
Right.
Second of all, Lynx feels ineffective and is excited to continue the research that he's started into alchemy. So he's going to see if he can scrounge up some new recipes.
All right, now, I will remind you. I do believe you got some new recipes as part of your level up.
I can't find that information anywhere, actually.
Yeah, so when you level, you get 2 new recipes.
Just automatically?
Just automatically.
Delightful.
So.
I'll be taking Light Bomb and Alchemist's Fire then.
Perfect.
Ooh.
There you have it. Are there any other ones you want to look for while you're out in the boot?
I'd like to look for an antiplague and an antidote recipe.
Yep, you can buy the recipes for basically the cost of the item.
Delightful. All right, that is 6 gold total. Let me just denote all that in my inventory real quick.
Perfect.
Down to 694 gold. Along with all of that, in the week's worth of downtime, Lynx will be doing the bare minimum for school, as usual.
Fair.
Just trying to like stay in so that he can get his stupid degree and not have to work for work outside the lines of the Magisocracy and so on and so forth.
Instead of being a grave robber, you would like to be an archaeologist.
I'm not a grave robber. They just call me that because I'm not licensed.
Exactly.
But yeah, he'll spend the week just preparing, getting all of the stuff put together, and seeing what he's seen. He will definitely be crafting a little bit every day.
That's fair. Because you're an alchemist, I'm just going to assume that you'll succeed those. Yeah, you have a high crafting. We're fine.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. So
Thank you.
Make, I believe it is basically a alchemical item of day. Like with
are you talking about like my infused reagents?
No, with the regular crafting rules, because the infused reagents go away at the end of the day.
Yes.
So you're able to make basically 8 alchemical items.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can stock those up however you'd like. While we go take a walk around with Cassandra.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Cassandra, what do you get up to during your week off?
First things first, I'm going to work at the library,
All
as usual, earn a little extra money.
Make me that roll.
Alright, so that's library lore.
Watch this be a natural 20 as well. Unfortunately, that is not enough. So you are going to get 8 copper pieces.
That's fine.
Paying attention, because in the meantime, while I was doing that, I was trying to find some information on that Chimmery character.
Make me a society check.
Society check. Nice. Alrighty.
For researching.
Society.
Unfortunately, you do not manage to find any more information about them.
Dang it. Do I know anywhere that I could go to who might know?
Not locally in Breitel. I will say that while you are looking around and researching that, you do come across a paper. And that paper is going to have a couple articles of interest. The first article is "The Scarlet Knight Strikes Again." Basically saying about 2 nights ago how the Scarlet Knight was in the Mage Quarter, and they dealt with a a corrupt mage who had been basically using weather magics on different crops outside of Breitel to give farmers better yields for money.
Oh.
Cool.
And then the other one is an article about the world for my heart, which is basically going over like who's in it, and it has some really big names for Lutanian theater in it, including the leading man being played by Frank Lockwood.
Ooh, dreamy.
Our leading lady is being played by Margot Channing.
Mm.
And then a couple of supporting characters are being played by Bran Nilo Nathrandin.
I don't even know how to try spelling that.
I'll put it into Roll20 chat, but for the sake of ease, Bran Nilo Nathrandin is halfling Danny K.
Will,
Yes.
I was just going to say, if she's wandering around the library doing research, any chance that she would have bumped into Chip, who might be able to lend a hand?
Oh,
Yes, please.
perhaps, yeah.
What would I roll to assist?
It would
Because
also
I'm
be a
always
society. You would need a DC 20.
okay. 20.
Oh!
So you managed to give
Wow.
her a +1, which is still unfortunately
Damn.
a failure because you guys are level 2
Oh.
now and you need a 17.
What if
Wow.
I asked him if he knows anything about, like, or if he could? I don't know.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. You're not missing out on much, but you are.
That's fair.
But anyway, so that's Cassandra's week. Ray. What does Ray get up to during their week off?
She's practicing the triangle at unholy hours of the night.
Awesome.
That sounds like Ray to me.
Make me a performance
Yep.
check. Let's see if your roommate
got
pays you to stop playing it
Yet again.
yet again.
Performance.
Your
That's a
roommate
21.
will once again pay you 3.5 gold pieces to stop playing your triangle.
And I tell
Buy
her,
my silence for
Of
8
course.
customers.
but then I'm like, an hour later.
Ding 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 ding.
And there we go.
It's like I'm not even trying to be proficient. I'm just trying to be as offbeat, loud, obnoxious
God
as
almighty.
possible.
Insert country music joke here.
Ooh.
And solo cup, ding, ding, I fill you up, ding, ding. Let's have a party.
Oh
Do
lord.
red solo cups
that.
exist in this universe?
I mean,
What is a solo cup?
I don't
What
think they would yet,
is
because, like,
a
plastic
solo
solo
cup?
thing.
Parties. But yeah, other than that, I'm just starting fires around the school campus.
As you
Roll a
Throwing
stealth check.
throwing more things into my pockets that are sticky.
At this
Ew.
point, the school's used to her antics and just have someone following her around at all times to put them out.
The
Kind
way-
of horrible.
The ways people get extra credit in this school is astounding.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, literally, it's probably some poor sap who is failing a class. It's like, we'll let you pass this class and we'll give you the credit for it, but you gotta follow around this girl and put all the fires she makes.
God, some beleaguered TA.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that he's just crying the whole time.
But
Yeah.
with their tears.
How else
they'll
you're gonna
probably
put out the
keep
fire?
But yeah, so
Awful.
your all
Yeah, that-
downtime week happens,
Really
Uh,
it.
and then the night of the play will come.
Mhm.
I want to be the lead in the play.
Well, it's
I
you're
think
going to
we're-
watch the play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the lead in the play.
You can
Lord.
be the lead audience member.
No.
I'll let
Lord.
you go first into the row of seats.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
You're not there yet, but you guys do have really.
That's
good
not
seats.
worrisome.
In the equivalent of basically the way the theater is set up, you guys are in the first balcony and you're right in the front row in the center. It's like
Wow.
literally best seats in the house for the LAA.
Nice.
I thought we were going to the museum for an educational field trip. You all lied to me.
Why? No.
Do I remember who was interested in the Scarlet Knight?
Sorry, what?
Do I remember who in our group was especially interested about the Scarlet Knight?
I believe it was Nim.
It was.
I mean, I'm definitely curious about it because I have friends in higher places and I'm concerned for them. But I believe Chip was also particularly interested.
I just have very mixed feelings about vigilantes.
Well, I lean over to whatever.
To whatever.
I'm just
To Nim.
working. I don't know my own name. Yes, but I say, did you? I found this an article. Apparently, the Scarlet Knight recently dealt with a mage that was using weather magic to make some harvests better than others for money. He just killed him.
Yes, yes, she did.
She murdered him?
Apparently, from what I gathered from the article.
Oh my, that's a bit extreme. That is an uptick in the degree of crime that she has been committing. Oh God, I thought she was just going to stick to thievery and the whole Robin Hood act, but I think that's a step too far.
She probably
I
said
cannot-
something along the lines of "you failed the city" before she did, so I don't know.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well,
But
That's
as
dark.
basically
That is dark.
Cassandra is whispering that to you, you will hear a squeal beside you, Nim. A very familiar squeal. It's like, I didn't know you were coming to the play. As as Gwendolyn comes and sits down right beside you. These are normally for the lead. Oh. I got you, dear. It's like, oh, are these the people
didn't-
you've been...
Either.
I'm sorry,
Adventuring
what?
with, yes.
Ah,
Adventuring with, yes. This is my professor, Professor Nicholas Chip. This is Cassandra, this is Lynx, and this is Ray.
she will kind of go to each of you and shake your hands. Oh, it's so lovely to meet all of you.
Yes, I am very lovely. Thank you.
And she'll kind of like just be like that, and then
Yeah.
she'll retreat back to Nim's side and be like, "They're interesting."
Are incredibly interesting. That is, I think, the only word that could encapsulate all four of these people at the same time.
Lynx is
interesting.
gonna give her a bit of a side eye.
She
It's
kind
not
of
a
like
bad thing.
smiles, like a very like loving, warm smile.
Trying not to make a thing of it, though, Chip taps his spectacles, and from them he pulls, made of ink, a pair of opera glasses, and starts trying to see. Because he actually is a little nearsighted, so he can't
Aw.
quite see what's up on the stage terribly.
Well, currently
Baby
up on the
boy.
stage, basically using magic and prestidigitation, illusion magic, is the name card for the play itself, which is the
Oh,
World from My Heart. Upon entering, you are each issued a program which goes a little bit over basically the basic plot line of the play. The play itself takes place in the time, and please excuse me while I get the exact notes up for this.
excuse me.
And the play itself will take place in the time. Let's get rid of that. Right before, basically, months before the Magiscard Wastes became the Magiscard Wastes. They take place right at the end of the conflict with the Kingdom of Callan. And the play actually follows the person who created the lenses of creation and basically figured out how to harness them in a way to end the war.
Oh, Could be useful information.
That's the secondary character. The main character of it is actually his fiance at the time. So sort of seeing the events through her eyes. And yeah, that's basically all they give you for a synopsis of it. After about 15 minutes after you arrive, the lights will go down, and the curtain will raise up, and the play will begin. It's about a 2-hour-long play, standard length. The first act and the very first scene is basically a lovely scene between the leading man, these are the names of the characters, the leading man and the leading lady. Because unfortunately the characters have been lost, like the actual names have been lost to time. And it's a scene between them, and it's basically them talking about how excited they are to finally be engaged, how they're going to be so happy to spend the rest of their lives together. As the play continues on, the relationship becomes a little bit strained as the leading man is having to spend more and more time working on his research. Now, granted, it's for a good cause, but never being around the one you love, especially at this stage in a relationship, is always straining. Eventually, though, he begins to spend much more time with her. And she actually ends up being sent with him to basically their research facility to live full time.
Ooh.
And as basically the first act comes down, is her going into this center, and then the first act ends with the sound of a locking door and a metal sort of slam.
Dun dun dun.
That bodes ill.
I sure do.
Was there anything foreboding about the first half of the performance? I think Nim is more than a little superstitious and is a little concerned that at any point the theater is going to burn down.
Actually, believe it or not, everything has been done incredibly safely. The performance itself was solid. There was no sort of like special effects that could go wrong. It was just basic lighting effects with prestidigitations and such.
Nice.
So nothing foreboding in the first act, as far as bad luck is concerned.
Okay.
Wanda's just enjoying herself, like, oh.
Boo!
Why are you booing? They're doing
Love's
good.
not real. Boo!
Oh, mood.
Oh.
Oh.
With somewhat
Better.
surprising. Oh.
Oh, Lord. The other audience members will begin to sort of glare at Ray.
Your choices are weak. Make stronger acting choices.
Wow, I love
Oh,
acting
boy.
school.
Right?
I pretend I don't know Ray.
That's perfectly fair. After a
Lynx
10
just stares off into the distance.
Find adjectives. Shout them from the rooftop.
After 10 minutes, the intermission will end, and the second act will begin with the leading lady standing alone on stage. She will talk about how her fiance has been nothing but attentive to her.
Oh.
She has been spending every moment with him and with a retinue of other researchers who have been in that room, basically in there with them while they worked.
Ray's asleep.
As the play goes on, the leading lady begins to physically look weaker, and the dialogue itself will be her talking about how she's feeling sickly more consistently.
Oh.
At about the 2/3 mark of the play, is revealed that her fiance has been using her as the catalyst to put the lenses of creation together.
Ooh.
Oh, love is dead. Ray was right.
I was right.
Go back to sleep.
I was right. He's trash. But so are you for ignoring the signs.
Eventually, towards basically the second last scene is her attempting to escape from there, but being caught and captured. And once that happens, the lights just go out on the theater.
Yes.
Oh.
And then a moment later, in the center spotlight, you'll see the leading lady standing. And as she begins to as she takes a breath in to probably begin what would be the final soliloquy of the play, she falls down onto the ground.
Oh my, that was very realistic.
A moment
Lynx will
passes.
lean forward a little bit and just watch.
She does not move. The lights stay on her.
Can I cast heal from this far away?
You can.
I can?
Yeah.
I'm going... Cassandra's just going to look at Nim and just try casting it.
The spell fails.
Oh no.
Oh no,
The
she's
lights
dead.
Go
Oh
off.
no.
You hear the thudding of a curtain, and the theater lights come up. A halfling will walk out onto the stage, say, "Hello, folks. We apologize. There's been a slight little issue with the magical lighting. We will be right back. We're just going to have a quick 5-minute intermission," and then he's going to run backstage.
Can I roll insight to see if he's full of shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we almost don't even need to.
You
I
literally
turned
don't
to the
even
others
need
It's
to.
a 20.
He is
Don't even need to.
He is most definitely full of shit.
I turned to
Poor
the other.
thing.
I tried to help her. I tried casting heal. The spell failed.
Was it a distance issue or a
Maybe she's
or a
acting.
She's no longer with us issue.
And as you
Maybe
say
she's
that,
just
Cassandra,
acting.
the lights for the theater will go out again.
Oh,
Oh no.
And then appearing in the air almost directly in front of you, outlined in a blue silhouette, will be a ghostly apparition.
ooh, spooky.
Make me a
Honestly,
society
same.
check.
oh,
Just Cassandra?
Everyone.
Society.
Boom.
That's a 9.
You can... Everyone but Ray, which honestly makes sense.
Ray's still asleep.
Yes, Ray is still asleep through all this. You can recognize the ghostly apparition as Emmett Rysted, the playwright who wrote this play.
Oh.
Is anyone else suddenly getting kind of Scooby-Doo feels?
A little bit.
Except with possibly an actual murder?
Wait, who's Scooby Doo?
What's
Lynx will just nod at you and go, I don't know what that means.
As you guys say that, a chill will come over the room.
Oh.
I have found my final point.
The voice of the people. Sorry.
No more shall this play be left unperformed. None shall leave this place until my finale is finished, and the one responsible for the interrupting it is found.
Thanks for talking about
And then
you,
there's
Cassandra.
a sort of visible
Try to cast
burst
a
of
spell.
energy, and then the lights come back on.
Oh, it sounds to me as though there is a mystery afoot.
Locked room murder. Locked room murder. Yes.
Locked room murder.
Escape room.
Locked.
Can I? Sorry. Can I cast? Not detect magic, but the one that I have in this game. Read aura.
Yes.
Because obviously this is magical.
Necromancy vibes.
I don't.
Oh. So
Okay.
An actual ghost, perhaps.
As you kind of do that read aura, the audience around you will visibly become panicked and people will begin getting up and just trying to like run out the doors, and the doors to the theater will open. But then as you look out behind you, you can see the front doors to like the full complex. So the theater and the museum are all in the same building, and as they try to open those doors, they can't open them. Gwendolyn has gotten up and says, Nim, I need to use the powder room, and she's going to run off very faintly and nervously.
I will attend to Gwendolyn just one moment and go with her because I don't want her going off on her own.
So
I am.
what would you all like to do?
Well, Chip, being as this, he has sort of a vocation. He has to
Hey,
make
thanks
use
for
of.
the subscription, Ray-chan.
Hey,
You now have access to the crit. You now have access to the crit frog emote.
credit. Chip is going to leap to his feet and try to make his way to where he presumes possibly a body is.
That is on the stage. Nim, as you basically go to catch up with Gwendolyn, you have lost her in the crowd. You make your way to the powder room, and she is not there.
Darn. Okay, well then I suppose I'm going to look for her.
All right. We'll quickly deal with Nim looking for Gwen, and then we'll go back to the main party. So make
Just
me
a quick perception, right?
Yep.
Okay, 22.
You don't find her.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
wow.
Okay.
Woof.
Okay. Now Nim begins to panic a little bit. And I'll try to make my way back to the group because my friend is missing.
As you do, they are making their way up onto the stage. Towards the stage, I should say.
Lynx is also following the professor, for what it's worth. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, same.
I'm assuming the group is sticking together unless they say otherwise.
Yep.
So you approach the stage. The curtain is still drawn down, but you can easily kind of lift it up and slip under. And as you do, standing basically around Margot Channing's body is 3 other people.
How are these people dressed?
Well, 2 of them are dressed in character still, so 2 of them are dressed in their characters. So Frank Lockwood, as the leading man, is in his costume still, and Bram Neelonathrandim is in the costume he was last in, which was a sort of a hired hands costume.
Mm-hmm.
Also standing there is a human woman who is like very blonde and hourglass figured. And she's kind of clutching on to Frank Lockwood's arm and holding it close to her. As you guys slip under the curtain, Bram will kind of look up and say, I'm afraid you can't be back here. The play will be resuming soon, I hope. We're just trying to wake up our leading lady.
It's all right. I'm a doctor.
To them, put my hand on his shoulder and like, I don't think she'll be waking up.
Yeah, she's dead.
I'm sorry, you said you were a doctor?
Yeah, the rat is.
Yes, I'm also a professor.
Yeah, he speaks.
Yes, that's not that uncommon, Ray. If it would be all right with you, I would like to examine the young lady.
Please go ahead. And he'll
All right.
kind of like move out of your way. You can make me a medicine check.
Oh, just before that, Will.
Yep.
That's odd.
That's odd. Will give you a bonus to your medicine check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, just because I think it might be relevant, I do have forensic acumen.
Yep, and you will be using it.
All right, so first I think I have to make the medicine check.
You do.
Do I want to use assurance on this? Would the +1 work if I use assurance?
Yes.
Okay, so I will use assurance, which then gets me just an automatic 17 on the medicine check.
Which is just what you need as a success.
Excellent.
So the medicine check, with the medicine check, you'll be able to tell that she is in fact dead.
All right, yes. In my professional medical opinion, this woman is dead.
As far as the prognosis is concerned, based on your "that's odd," you can notice a sort of blue discoloring in her lips and around her skin. So it looks like it was asphyxiation. And based on the fact that there isn't any sort of like device currently hanging her, the asphyxiation may have been caused by perhaps a reaction of some sort, or maybe even a poison.
Oh, now I would like to use Will.
Okay.
Pursue a lead on the I don't know, just on the concept or like on poison.
No, I think you could use pursue a lead on the poison.
Could
Okay.
I potentially take a look with him?
Oh yes, please. I would value your
Alchemical
input.
opinions.
yes. I do like consulting with experts.
I would like
You
to-
flatter me, Professor.
If anybody is crying, I want to comfort them.
Eve Harrington is crying. The woman in blonde. The blonde woman. Is
The
in
woman
fact
in
crying.
blonde.
I'll open my arms to her if she so wishes to cry on my shoulder.
Oh, she
Aw.
will gladly do so. If any of you have seen Singing in the Rain, she has the same voice as the blonde woman in that movie. As she begins to speak to you, it's like, "Oh, thank you, dear."
I just kind of go there. It's okay.
Why are you
Alrighty.
talking?
She will introduce herself as Eve Harrington. She is Frank Lockwood's girlfriend. Oh, thanks.
Oh my
the
God, of the
subscription,
Harringtons?
Zhao.
Frank's girl.
I'm sorry, what?
Eve Harrington of the Harringtons?
My word.
What?
Goodness.
Okay, I know I don't keep up to date with most things.
No, I don't.
But the Harringtons?
No, Sweet Life is
Oh, the-
Wow. the
Wow.
Hiptons, hun. Oh, wow!
Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Whoa,
thank you
whoa.
for all the gift subs, Dower.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Wow,
What'd I
thank you
miss? I
so
wasn't in
much.
chat.
That's amazing.
What'd I miss? I wasn't in chat. Damn it.
We just got 20 gifted subs.
20?
Thank you, Dara.
So guys, spam those emotes as a thank you to them.
Hey, Zowster. I love you.
We're just going to let these play out quickly because there's a lot of them that's going to come through. But yeah, thank you all so much.
Damn.
I love you. Don't tell my boyfriend. I love you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Goodness
but-
gracious.
Who's leaving their significant other for Zhao's dower? Raise your hand.
Zhao's Tower.
I mean, I'm available anyway, so.
The
God.
rain's coming off for you, Zowster.
Yeah, figure out who you are, and I'm going to name an NPC after you now.
PogChamp.
Hopefully one that isn't killed in the middle of a stage performance.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
one of my
it'll
friends.
be a recurring NPC that you get now.
Yeah, okay.
Huzzah.
So now that she's dead,
Oh dear.
I would like to audition for the lead.
Ray!
Diplomacy check,
My resume. I don't have it on me.
This is
but
what
I
happens
can
when you fail the
tell
vibe check.
Make me a diplomacy check, Ray.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry she's dead, but I can fit her clothing.
Actually, to be honest with you, Cassandra would actually fit her costume more.
Oh,
Wow.
That's true. That's
You're
So
a
is-
little bit short.
I would just like to point out it's very possible that her costume is the thing that's laced with poison. So,
yeah,
maybe
I'll take one for the
breaks.
team trying it on. It's all good.
Cassandra says, if you really need somebody to fill in when we figure this all out, I have read the play many times. Too many times, actually. Way too many times.
Cassandra, I swear to whatever god you believe in, you back off right now.
Wait, no, I want her to make an intimidation check.
Stu is still warm.
Let's go. Intimidation check you want,
Sure.
you get.
Can we make opposing intimidation checks?
No, well, Cassandra, you just need to meet. What's your will DC?
My will DC? Good question.
What's your
I
will
have
save plus 10?
will save plus 10. I don't know. All it says under will is E6, and I don't know what that means.
So then your DC is a
expert.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whatever god you believe in, you back off.
So Shyla will not
Believe.
successfully intimidate Cassandra.
Okay, but I did roll two 20s. So I know there's a lot of other rolls, but just go with that.
But
Cassandra. All right.
that being said, Bram will speak up and say, "I'm afraid we will not be recasting until we have figured out who murdered her."
The show's got to go on. All those people out there. You told them
I
an
think
intermission.
that's fair.
And it
That
can
is
go on
true.
after we've figured out who has murdered our leading lady. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
I'm just saying, it takes a couple
on that
days to solve
subject.
a murder.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. Speaking of the murder, my good man, I have a few questions I was hoping you could perhaps answer.
And we're done the notifications. Thank you, Jens Howard. Oh, no.
Almost.
Almost there.
C'est más pequeño.
We have one more. I think there's one more, so we'll let that one more go through, and then we'll continue.
A bounty of frogs.
Right?
So many
The
froggies.
frog! Technically, the plural of frog is army, so the frog army grows!
An army of frogs.
I didn't know
Should,
that.
should we dress up Luna as a frog for our Halloween special?
We
Yes.
could.
Please.
Yes.
I would cry.
If we reach this many subscribers,
Oh.
shut up as a frog.
The cat
Yeah.
costume show.
We will continue now, though. So, Matt, you were saying.
I do have a couple questions for this gentleman here who seems to be the one in charge.
Okay, go ahead.
Did the young lady here have a private dressing room?
Yes, of course. Both of our leading actors had their own dressing room. Would you like to see it? We should take the body there. That's a good idea.
I mean, I would like to possibly examine the area around here just a little bit more closely before we move anything.
Okay. Make me a
may I-
perception check.
All right. And if I find anything poison related, I think I get like a bonus.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You know what?
I'm
going
on
to
the
give you
case.
another big clue. The poison itself, as you're like looking at it, you can notice that this mage light, the illusionary lights, still produce heat, like stage lights would. So for those of you who've done a lot of theater, you know the stage light sweat that you can get when you've been on stage for a long time.
You mean for 10 minutes? Haha.
Yes, it has that stage light sweat, except the sweat is discolored. It's sort of like a cobalt blue.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a pretty strong poison then if it's that present.
And you are able to recognize it as a heavy metal poison.
She got
Ooh.
full Heather Chandler.
Heavy metal, Jesus.
Or nuts.
One nut.
Interesting.
Lynx.
Comment in the chat. Someone dial IXII.
Quick, somebody hand me a pocket knife. If we figure out what's in her digestive system, we can find the culprit.
Yuck.
I mean, I
please
don't
do
think
not
she...
butcher her body on stage. This is
Oh,
not.
great. They think it's part of the show.
This is not
Yeah,
Humius Caesar.
Oh boy.
You were
Lynx,
saying, Professor.
Do you happen to have? I know you're the alchemic persuasion. Do you happen to have any empty vials with you?
Yeah, I do. Let me just
It might behoove us to collect some samples of her discolored sweat.
This isn't going to use anyway, so I'll just empty this.
You can
Sorry,
also
I lost
make-
my mind.
You can make a crafting check to identify it if you'd like. I will say the
Oh.
DC is very high as it's a very powerful poison.
I believe that. I'm gonna give it a shot, just in case.
Mm.
You have no idea what type of poison this is.
Unfortunate.
May I also attempt a crafting check?
You could do a medicine as well.
You know what? Oddly enough, my medicine is not as high as my crafting.
Fair enough.
Wait, no.
That is interesting.
Yeah, actually, how did that happen? Hold on a tick. How did that happen?
Is something in the
because
wrong place?
no, medicine is wisdom. Crafting is intelligence.
Mm.
So, anyway, can I try crafting instead of medicine?
Yep.
26.
Woof.
With the bonus you get.
Oh yes, from Pursue My Lead.
From your Pursue the Lead, you are able to identify the poison, but you are not able to identify how it works. The poison is a poison called Tears of Death.
Oh, that's just poorly named.
It's a level.
Where's the creativity?
It's a item level 20 poison.
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
To give
All
you
right,
an
no
idea,
one
Chip
that-
would know that this costs 12,000 gold to buy a single dosing of it.
Okay, currently her sweat costs more than all of us.
So clearly an actor didn't kill her because they can't afford it.
Delightful.
Oh, that was too real.
That hurt.
I mean,
That one
eh,
hurted.
Clearly it has to be an audience member or somebody else of higher degree.
Someone who can afford the theater.
Perhaps
just
one of those.
food.
Perhaps one of the nobles in the audience.
Yeah, but perhaps a season holder, a season pass holder.
Can we bottle her sweat?
No,
I'm,
it's too
Roll to
diluted.
try it.
yeah,
I'll try
it's
it.
done its thing now. It's kind of like losing its potency by the second.
Yeah.
I hate to ask this, but does anyone know if she had any recent quarrels with anyone? Just kind of ask to Frank and Bram and Eve in general.
Frank will answer. It's like, no, she was loved throughout the community. Everyone loved Everyone loved Margot. Everyone loved working with her.
All right. I hate to do this, but it's got to be done. Ray pulls out a pocket knife.
Oh God!
The
Oh
only way
God!
to get to the bottom of this is to find out how
No,
she
we've learned. I
No,
think
no,
everything
no,
we
no,
can
no.
from the actual body. We know what killed her.
Please do not defile a corpse.
No one's defiling anything.
You are going at her with a pocket knife. That is
I'm-
not medically sound, nor morally respectable.
I can agree to the first
Do you
point.
guys not know what like entombing is? Is
Ray,
Do you?
Ray, please.
How
As
about
a ruin diver, this is not a ruin.
I'm just saying, if we perform an autopsy,
There'll be no autopsy right now.
if anyone's performing an autopsy here, it would be me, because I actually have training in forensics.
Bram will make the comment. Perhaps it's best if we move. Can we move her into the dressing room now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
please
and
do.
I think it would be a good idea to examine her dressing room as well. There could be another clue.
But we
I
have
get it.
we
can
have a
touch
table
her,
in
but
there
we
to put her
can't
on. So, if two of you could just help me lift her, please.
I'll help. I'm not strong, but I'll help.
I'd
Links
help.
will help
but,
as well.
I'd help, but I have tenure.
All right. So you guys should be on a new map now.
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
their dressing room.
Is that a piano?
There's a piano.
Piano.
I love a piano. I love a piano.
I swear to God, if we find a bit
I
of
love
music
the
and we play it,
somebody
and it opens a
boy.
secret passageway.
I will say that on the table is what appears to be a humidifier.
Oh,
Very in character for an actor.
But also,
I mean, this is a
otherwise, the
heavy
room
metal
itself
poison, though.
is very basic. There is a wardrobe over there with some costumes in it. There's a desk, a chest for her to keep her things in, a bookshelf that has a variety of other plays on it, a piano for warming up one's voice. There's a sort of screen here with some like street clothes behind it that people were clearly it's her changing area, and then a seating area for friends of hers to be sitting in here while she's getting ready.
Will,
Yes.
that's odd.
The humidifier is off.
I mean, that's just responsible. She's not in the room, so.
Yeah, but if you have a humidifier in a room, especially if your own dressing room, it's usually just constantly on until like you're leaving.
I'll admit I've never actually owned a humidifier, so I don't know that. Thank you.
Yeah,
So the poison's in the humidifier.
What I'm thinking too.
eventually, yeah.
if you guys want, you can look around with perception checks.
Would love to.
Okay, I'm going. Ray goes over to the humidifier and drops it on the floor. She just smashes it to open it.
Almighty.
And then we all die from poison.
Literally.
What do I roll?
You don't have to roll. Ray can just do that. Ray,
Like a cat. Like a cat. Just pushes off the table slowly.
you smash it. The water
Can I open
spills
it?
out onto the ground, and the water does appear to be a similar cobalt blue to what her sweat was.
Hey, I found it.
Oh, I jump on like a chair or towards the door or something.
Chip
I found
and
it.
Lynx, your knowledge will know that at this point the poison will have diluted enough that it would be safe to be here.
Nim is still on a chair. It's just
Lynx is gonna just walk up behind Ray and just bap her on the back of the head.
Did I not find it? You're welcome.
I
Is
turn
this
to one of
correct
the
answer?
one of the actors. Could one of you perhaps fetch a mop?
Bram will kind of say, "Yes, I'll go do that," and he runs off.
I'm
What
sorry.
if it's a
Grab
more
a bucket
thing?
and a mop. That's a whip. That's a whip.
I wasn't.
Oh,
What if it's in more things?
Well, that is an
What else?
interesting
What else
question.
should we smash?
Well, I don't think we
I will say
necessarily need
with
to
that,
smash it.
Eve will make the comment that she is going to head to Frank's dressing room and wait there. Well, this is all
Usually-
done, and Frank will stay with you, though.
Usually I'd be worried about possible suspects wandering away, but they can't leave, so I guess it's not that big of a
that
deal.
is true. They literally cannot leave.
I literally cannot.
But they can poison more shit.
We gotta smash everything.
Ray.
And if you guys want to put yourselves on the map as to like where you're looking around, and
I cannot.
Yeah, I also
Yeah,
can't.
I don't
That's-
have a.
that's so
I
weird.
don't know if it's just because only Chip is on there, but
It might just be a will program something wrong.
Yeah, well, when you change the maps, our tokens disappear. I can't move mine because it's gone.
Oh,
it is
weird.
what it is.
Sorry about that, then.
Roll 20, everybody!
Just me not having them pre-placed. Okay. So,
Lynx is gonna sit in the corner of the room and just kind of watch for a little bit.
all right. Cassandra and Nim, what are you two getting up to? Oh, we lost Matt. Here, let me just quickly fix this.
Unfortunate.
His PC froze.
Yeah.
Yep.
There he goes.
There he goes again.
There he goes. Oh, look, I'm Nimbus now.
Haha.
Yes.
Hi, Nim.
Character switch.
Oh, I'm the professor now. I'm
Now
the professor
I
now.
have tenure.
Oh, Lord.
Now you're the rat bastard.
You
Now
know
we can
what,
do
y'all?
the autopsy.
I'll leave it like this for now, and I'll just move your framing into the center of each one. There you go. And we can do that.
No one ever says you're welcome when Ray finds the shit.
Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you guys. We'll deal with Ray and Cassandra's search, and we'll deal with you guys searching the room a bit, and then we'll let Matt do his search once he's back.
Okay.
So, I believe we were going to get things started with Cassandra and Nim.
Yes, I will delicately step down off of the chair, and I guess begin to delicately look through her belongings. I wish if Matt were here, I'd ask him if Chip had like an extra pair of gloves or something. But as it were, I think I will just start picking through. I'm looking for like documents or anything that would point to her downtime actions being less than kosher. Like, did she have a substance problem?
Okay.
Was she in debt to someone? Like,
Perception
clues
check.
that. Okay. Yeah, no.
Hey, look, guys, Matt made it back. Okay,
It do be like that.
let's just refix everything.
Sorry about that, everyone.
No worries,
So
Matt. Right
good.
now, it's just the bottom of your face.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm using my iPad.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I can make this work.
Though to me, I look sideways.
Yeah, so
A
I
little.
can just do this and it will work fine. There we go, that works. Boom. Okay, Nim's in the right place. I just need to trade Cassandra and Lynx, and I need to then move Cassandra over. And thank you everyone for sticking with us through that bit of technical issue. But, yes, I assume Matt would have an extra pair of gloves for you, Nim.
Mhm.
And
Certainly.
make me a perception check as you look through their belongings, or a society one, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I would have made a society check, but I already made a perception check, and that's an 11.
So as you're looking through her belongings, there's nothing really there that screams criminal activity.
Ooh.
The only thing of interest would be a card to
Okay.
the Buka family's sort of hotel.
Oh, I read that.
And it's sort of like a thank you for your stay. We will have everything you ask for in your room prepared. It's just like that. It looks like that's where she's
Okay.
staying while in town. Which
Okay.
might explain how Gwen got tickets to this.
Right.
Yeah.
Gwen's the killer.
Oh, I'm so
It's
concerned
kinda
for
looking
my
like it.
friend. Oh, Gwen, what have you gotten yourself into?
And yeah,
I'm gonna.
that's what you find. Are you
Mm,
going to share that information with the party?
that's what I'm trying to decide right now. I will quietly share it with the professor. That's it.
Okay. Ray,
Mhm.
what? Well, actually, we'll do Cassandra first because I have a feeling Ray's just going to beat up a piano. Ray,
You're so right.
yeah. I love that. Cassandra, what are you looking around for while you look through this room?
Cassandra being Cassandra is going to go over to the bookshelf and
Okay.
just look through.
All right.
Can I make a library lore check?
Yes, you can.
Yeah!
Ooh, that's great. This entire bookshelf is just plays. It's all plays.
Ooh.
Variety of different plays. You know that these are all plays that have been performed here, and it looks like all of the casts have basically signed a copy of their play and left it in the shelf for other actors to read while they're waiting to put theirs on.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Burn him.
Right!
And then Ray, you're beating up a piano.
Yep.
All right. Ray, you will successfully dismantle a piano with your fists.
Sounds good.
Um,
Any clue? I see no clues. Just a lot of parts.
you did find a lot of
Yeah.
keys.
You did find a lot of key.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. DM.
Yes.
Wonderful DM. Can I unhinge one of
If you're about to
the
ask me if you can,
pianos?
weaponize the piano strings, I'm going to say no.
Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna ask.
Ray does not have the
You know-
technical know-how to do that.
You know Shy far too well.
It's true.
I've GM'd her for years, and that is why I'm prepared for the type of chaos she brings at all times.
I was gonna use a piano string to hurt somebody.
I mean, she's honest at least.
She is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chip,
Yes,
as you're looking around the room, what would you like to look at? Specifically, what do you want to look for?
I was going to originally look around for any sort of correspondence that might indicate she was having like money troubles or something that would give someone a motive to kill her. You know, like some suspicious letter from like a loan shark or a threatening letter from a creepy fan. But apparently there wasn't anything like that.
No, there was not.
Okay.
Right now, the most substantial lead for you is the humidifier that was poisoned.
I imagine it'd be hard to tell in its broken state, but did the humidifier look new? Did it look old?
It looks like it's been well used. As you're looking
All
around
right.
it, as you are looking around at the humidifier, Frank Lockwood will kind of approach and say, yes, she wasn't very good at using that just yet. She had just had it for a few months. It was mostly been Bram that's been helping her with that.
Oh, really? Bram, you say?
Yes, I do say.
Now, do you mean to say that whenever she wanted to use it, she would require his assistance?
Yes, he would have to fill it up for her.
Well, that sounds like another lead then, because very possibly he may have been the last person to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does anyone else have anything else they want to look in here, or should we possibly go pay him a visit?
Are we just gonna leave the poison on the floor? Or...
Well, Bram
Well,
did
someone's
Diluted.
using a mop.
Bram did say he was going to get a mop.
Cool.
I suppose we ought to wait for him to get back with the mop then.
Do you think
Alright.
it's still usable? Like, if we threw like a paper towel on there, could we like wring it out later?
No,
I
it's
imagine at this
diluted.
point, it's lost its potency.
Yes.
Ah.
As you all
Got
it.
begin to basically wait around for Bram to come back, Frank will say he'll be waiting in his dressing room if you have any questions for him. It's literally right next door.
Mhm.
Well then, shall we?
Yes. Ray walks over and kicks down the door. Why'd you murder her?
Oh boy.
I mean, Bram's not there. He went to get the mop, and he still has not returned.
It's an empty room. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, now I just feel like a fool.
Well, you got the door open. Who knows? It might have been locked.
You did get the door open.
About 15 minutes will pass. Bram will not return.
Yeah, Bram's dead.
See, I was concerned about this. Like, in the event that he is a guilty party or even knows something, and he feels guilty, he probably wasn't going to come back.
Or
Right, but where
Phantom
is
of
he?
the
Where
Opera
did he
has come
go?
and killed
It's
Bram.
not like he can leave the premises, at least.
Yes, but he might hurt someone else in a panic or anything.
Ah,
Yes, that's true.
The other alternative is that he's dead too.
That is also possible.
I'm leaning more towards he did.
Well, why don't we go find out?
To be fair, he
All right, let's
Let's
go.
find out.
Let's go find him.
I mean-
three.
We learned so much from the first body.
You really did. You did
Yeah.
really well in that check. Like, that was... You learned every information you could from that body. That was good.
Yay!
Hey,
I got very lucky
we learned.
rolls.
We learned real good.
I'm
Aren't goodly.
going to talk to my familiar real quick. I picked up telepathic touch, so I'm just gonna give him a little head scratch, and ask him to go track down Gwen.
I will go in one,
Pretty
two,
pretty blonde lady who gives you food. That
Three.
one.
three, and they'll go flying off.
It's all telepathic. I imagine it's very much one of those situations where Merle is like, hoot, hoot, and Nim is like, what? Timmy's stuck in the well? Hoo, hoo. Oh my gosh.
You see, at least in my headcanon, whenever
It's
you're
one of those
telepathically
situations.
speaking with your familiar, it's like you talking to the Tootsie Pop owl.
Good. Good.
Well, that's
You
just
know, I
because
heard
that's-
somewhere that Timmy never actually got stuck down the well in the entirety of the Lassie show.
I wouldn't know. I'm
I wouldn't.
24 and never watched it.
It's so old at this point, so.
But that being
But yes, tell him to go find. Yes, just tell him to like go look for Gwendolyn and then come back to me afterwards.
he will do
Give him
that.
a little treat.
All right.
He will go looking for Gwen. And now your familiar is on a mission, and this is where the fedora comes on, and then the music starts to play, and the B plot happens off screen.
We're at it.
He'll come back with like a scar across one eye and a lot of experience points.
Where is the costume department in here? Where are the costumes being kept?
The costume and the prop room are one and the same.
Okay.
They're basically just a little ways down the hallway.
I'd like to go there.
Okay.
Oh, do you know where Bram is, Ray?
I'm gonna go do some investigating.
Well, can we come with you? We're all in this together.
I mean, okay, this just seems like one of those times where splitting up might be a good idea.
Is
I
that?
actually agree with Ray.
I agree with Ray too.
I'm not one to contradict the wisdom of the.
Cassandra's still just thinking about the play and how it might have ended, just like, oh, how tragic.
Cassandra, the script is there if you want to read how it ends.
You guys want to come with me to costume and props? I'm not gonna stop you, but
Cassandra
I'm
will
just
take the script of the play with her.
Okay.
I'm going to go try and find Bram.
All right.
100% convinced he's dead. So like,
All right.
Yeah,
So,
no, I'm also looking for Bram.
if you're going to go look for Bram, please put yourself sitting around this table. If you're going to go on a madcap adventure with Ray, please put yourself behind the screen.
yes.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ray because if she goes alone, it's gonna be bad.
Will
Well,
it?
We'll start
guys
with
will
Ray
be like,
and Lynx.
We should have gone with the stank.
We will start with Ray and Lynx, as chronologically they would be the first to get to their destination.
Okay.
You arrive at the props room. It's literally down the hallway. It's like it's 30 feet down the hallway, and it's just the end of the hallway. There's a door that says props and costuming.
Okay, I am going to roll. I don't know. I forgot. Crap.
Would you like to open the door?
Yes.
Okay. You pop open the door, and I need perception checks from each of you.
There it is. 14.
Okay.
Oh no.
The two of you
Lynx.
do not notice
No.
as basically a number of props that were rigged to fall over and spill out the door do so. So I need the two of you to make me a reflex saving throw.
Oh no.
Skewered by a stage sword.
Yes.
19.
Oh man.
Okay, that's a success.
Oh wow.
That's a critical
Ooh.
success.
Oh.
So Coop, you will take no damage.
Ow.
Ray will take half.
What?
So Ray, take 2 points of damage as you
Oh,
are
that's
skewered by a stage sword.
Acceptable.
Acceptable. Acceptable. It's
And
fine.
Lynx, you manage to deftly avoid it. As that goes off, coming barreling out of the room screaming, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" is Bram, and he's running down the hallway.
Yo, it was definitely Bram.
And this now begins a chase.
It's kind of sus. He's
Oh.
he's acting kind of sus. Do you think he might vent?
He might vent.
He might vent. We
I
gotta
saw
we gotta
Bram
catch him
vent,
before
to
he
be
vents.
honest. I saw him vent in the wardrobe room.
We've
So,
now dated this video.
We really have.
That's fine. If you want to possibly see us playing the game. I'm going to be probably streaming it on Friday night, so you guys can
Shameless
come watch us
plug.
here playing some Among Us and watch 50% William in action.
Ridiculous.
But that being said, can I get initiatives from everyone?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Wrong.
From everyone.
everyone?
That's an at 20.
Because as you guys are like as you guys are getting ready to leave that room, you see Bram sprinting past.
I could just tackle him.
I was going to make you guys do like survival checks to track him and perception checks to track him, and Ray was just like, "Nah, I'm just going to go to props," and that's where he was.
No, I was just like, yeah, we're props. Honestly, I just wanted to find a Phantom of the Opera mask and cape. That was my objective, but I'm glad it worked out.
It worked out incredibly well. Also, what's with the group in 318s tonight?
I was just about to say.
We're
kinda
like
sus.
so deep.
You guys might be imposters.
Cooper, I swear
Red's
to
kind of
God.
sus. Ray's kind of sus.
Your first
Ray's
obstacle is backstage, is basically the theater proper. It's still filled with civilians and other people who are kind of panicking from being locked in a museum and a theater. By the way, this episode on YouTube is going to be called Night at the Museum. So you can either use a society check to kind of be able to bob and weave your way through these panicked people, or you can use a acrobatics check to do the same. Coop, what would you like to do?
Acrobatics.
Make me an acrobatics.
I would like to parkour.
Would you like to use your hero point to reroll that?
Before I make this decision,
Yes.
I did nat 20 my initiative. Does that count for anything
No,
here?
it does not. It means
I
you
was
used
afraid
an
of
means
nat
you
20
rolled
on
a 20.
initiative.
I'll use a hero point.
17.
It's better.
That's a success.
It's better.
You managed to bob and weave your way through the crowd and make it out of the theater proper. Next up is Cassandra. We have a
Okay.
society or a acrobatics.
Most likely it's going to be society. Let's be honest here.
That's
Let me
fair.
just take a little peek at my acrobatics. Yeah, no, it's society.
16. That is unfortunately not a success. So you kind of get caught up in the fluster of the crowd. Would you like to use your hero point to reroll that?
I get 2 hero points, right?
You get 1.
1, then no.
Okay. Unless chat buys you one with their channel points.
Oh, chat.
Hey,
Yep.
chat.
Chat can do that. But
Reminder that Abby has an OnlyFans chat.
oh
That's
Jesus.
true. I do have an OnlyFans. Send me a message on my OnlyFans if you give me a hero point, and I'll send you a picture of, I don't know, like, my face.
Good job, Abby. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's one way to get a hero point. But that being said, oh god, that's another shot. That is not a success. So you will not be able to make your way through the crowd very easily. Can Chip make their way through the crowd? Let's find out.
Well, Will, I had a question. I wanted to maybe try a little something.
All right.
So we're trying to make our way through a crowd, yes?
Yes.
Could I use my remnant of the author to create like a policeman's whistle
Okay.
to try and get the crowd to disperse a little, like, out of the way, beep, beep.
I'd let you do that with the crafting or diplomacy.
Give me a sec. I will try that with my crafting then. Nope. All right. Well, I'll just do the normal society check then. I guess that's not going to help.
Oh no, that would be your turn. So do you want to use?
Oh, yeah. I'll use my hero point for that.
Yeah.
So I will try again, I guess.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's
Unfortunately,
terrible.
12 was also failure. Chip, you're just
Oh.
getting caught
too
up
short.
in the crowd.
I'm too small.
Ray, can you help them?
Yeah, Ray parkours.
Make me an acrobatics check, Ray. That's a success.
Yeah, I'm like climbing up walls like I'm Spider-Man and stuff.
Yes, that was. You manage to parkour your way out of there.
Beautiful.
And then Nim, what would you like to do?
I am just going to excuse me, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Please excuse me my way through this whole crowd.
All right, make a society check.
The Canadian approach.
Yes.
Nope, 13's not going to do it.
Unfortunately, you're not able to do it. Lynx, you notice that a lot of your allies are having issues getting through that crowd. Can you help them with society and acrobatics?
Society and acrobatics?
Or acrobatics.
Oh, God. I can certainly try. I'll do a society roll.
Please do.
I really do.
Oh.
Ooh, that was almost a critical success, but it was only a regular success.
Oh, no.
So you do manage to get the remainder of your party out of that obstacle. And now you guys have the issue of tracking them through the theater/museum. So this can be done with a perception check or a survival check. Perception is a slightly higher DC than the survival. Cassandra.
All right, we're gonna try society.
Oh, no, it's perception or survival right now.
Oh, perception or survival. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Survival. Well, it ain't gonna be survival. That's for darn sure.
Nice, that's a success.
Huzzah!
You managed to basically get a trail of a number of people who are like, oh, I can't believe that actor pushed me. Chip, what would you like to do?
I do have a question. Will, does this count as part of my pursue a lead?
This would technically count as part of your pursue a lead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try perception then because I think I get a bonus then.
You do.
19 plus, I think it's +2 for my pursue a lead.
Then that will succeed. And you will also pick up on the fact that it looks like they're heading into the museum proper.
Oh dear! Please don't hit any exhibits, anyone. They're carefully curated.
Ray, perception or
That's our
survival?
Perception.
All right.
That's 11.
Ray, as you guys are running, there's a lovely bit of like display basically set up that has a bunch of like fire as part of the display. It's like a fire elemental display. And that kind of distracts you. So unfortunately you failed.
Perfect.
Nim, what
Oh
you
my
got?
god, that's nice.
Nim is also going to try to perceive.
Go ahead.
Wish her luck. No, she will not be perceiving anything today.
Damn, she blind. Her glasses fell off.
I was just
she
about
fell
to say.
mud.
What happens, actually, is that your familiar will return to you at this moment.
Oh.
And it'll just kind of like land on you. And using the telepathy touch, you'll just hear in your head, I've been all over. There's no trace.
Oh,
Your friend done did a murder.
She was standing next to me the whole time.
She was.
He done did plan a murder.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that is my turn. I will give Merle like a little treat.
Lynx.
Yes. What would you like to do? Perception or survival?
Survival.
All right, make me a survival check. Oof.
Da 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 da
Yeah, you
da
guys are
da
really
da
getting
da
turned
da da.
around. This museum is very like not easily navigatable without a map. So you're definitely having
Also, very slippery marble floors, I bet.
Yeah, slippery marble floors, and an actor is sprinting across them as fast as they can.
I'm running in heels. What do you want from me?
Exactly. What would you like to do? Oh, Cassandra?
Oh, Cassandra, that's me.
That's you.
Who am I? I don't know. How far away is he?
You can't see him anymore. You've lost track.
What? What are my options here?
Perception or survival?
So I can't cast anything on him. Dang it. Well, let's try to be perceived and perceive things.
Unfortunately, you're just really getting turned around. All of you together. You just can't quite figure out where they are. Chip.
We are all so blind.
You are.
Oh boy. Use perception again. Nat 20.
But the natural 20 will turn things around. And you guys are going to essentially get to a point where you find basically a hallway that leads to either two exhibits, but those two exhibits basically wrap around a corridor into another central room. So it looks like basically at this point that's the only way they could have gone. And you have two
We'll catch them in a
choices
roundabout.
ahead of you. To your right, there is the Feywild exhibit and the Feywild section of the museum. And to your left is the paleontology exhibits. Which way would you like to go?
Is this being posed to the whole group or individually?
To the whole group.
I think it's more worthwhile if we split up, honestly.
I was just about to say the
Both
same
of them
thing.
will lead to the same spot. It's just they're both basically, you have a choice of how you get to the final spot.
I go
Right.
left. Ray goes left.
Ray is going to paleontology.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, dinosaurs.
Lynx will go with Ray.
I will
Well,
go.
Do I sense a romance forming?
No.
Sad.
I will go the opposite direction then.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'll
sure you
also
wish
go
to
right.
split up at this junction?
Things you hate hearing your DM ask.
Yes. Well, I said it. I said it already. I'm not going to change.
All right. Chip is going to go to the right. So everyone who's going left, put yourself on the left side of the room. Everyone who's going right, put yourself on the right.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be by the piano.
I said I like paleontology, so here we go.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Alright.
more fitting that Lynx would go for paleontology.
Dinosaurs.
So
It
So what's
occurs
on-
to me we never actually did attach that striking room to anything.
you didn't. As you split the party, and each of you go to your separate exhibits, you begin to walk through this exhibits. The paleontology exhibit is a collection of fossils that are strung up, basically set up in forms so that they're put together. It's very much like the Animal Crossing Museum. In contrast, the Feywild exhibit is much more like a natural history museum type of thing, like with like taxidermy versions of animals of the Feywild.
Oh, wild.
And as you guys make your way into these rooms, you feel some sort of pressure exerting here. And on the paleontology side, a couple of the fossils come to life. And on the Feywild side, a couple of the other creatures come to life. And as these museum exhibits begin to move, and a split party combat encounter starts, we will end this week there.
Unbelievable. Oh, the TPK is coming.
No, there's a direct answer to this. One half of the party is just going to leg it out of the room.
Yeah.
Could.
Went with the medic.
So that being said, and that yes, that is another shot if you're playing that game. That is where we will end this evening's show. Thank you so much for coming down. Thank you, Zow's Dower, for the 20 gifted subs. Let's spam those frogs in chat one more time, just because we can.
Just a little crit frog as a treat.
Yeah, just
Crit.
And we will be back next week at the same time and same place. For the next episode. If you missed any part of the episode, you can watch the VOD or you can check it out on YouTube on Friday. Tomorrow on this channel during the day, I'm going to be streaming more Genshin Impact because that game is basically what I'm playing for fun right now. On Friday night, we might have an Among Us game being played here. And then otherwise, you guys can come back next week for Wednesday for our next episode. I believe McKenna would probably like to plug Tabletoptober.
Yeah, it is, like I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, a 31-day art challenge. There's a different TTRPG themed prompt for each day. I did the prompt list myself. I'm really proud of it. I've been doing it for the last week, and it has been challenging because I'm one of those people who needs to be a perfectionist about every single detail. So that has been taking me some time, but it's also been really exciting to challenge myself in that way. Nice. So I would like it for more people to join me in this kind of Arttober challenge. It's been really cool. Nice. So yeah, go check out the Tabletoptober Twitter. I've also been posting to Facebook. So yeah.
Also follow Tabletop Rolls on Twitter and on Instagram, because on Saturday I'm going to be posting a batch of basically the first week all together. I know that's not how we're supposed to do this, but that's just me wanting to do it that way.
Makes it a little easier, because otherwise it's like a rush to post at a reasonable hour that day.
So that's what we'll be doing on this social media. Other social medias, I believe Abby has some stuff she'll like to plug.
Yeah, if y'all still are on TikTok, which I've noticed people can still download, so I don't know what Trump's doing about that. I guess he's too busy fighting the Rona. But if you want to follow me on TikTok, my TikTok is Abby's Worlds of Stage. My Instagram, also Abby's Worlds of Stage. My OnlyFans, also Abby's Worlds of Stage. Any of my internet shit is Abby's Worlds of Stage. So if you want to follow me there, go ahead, and I do stuff on that. So
you can see Abby make fabulous outfits that are related to Clue, because that was a really
very
good
true. I've got this sponsorship thing with the clothing site Shein, and they recently sent me a bunch of outfits, and I put together outfits inspired by the movie Clue. My favorite character in Clue is Miss Scarlet. Thank you very much.
That's fair.
Taste, honestly.
But
yes,
otherwise,
he's an eye.
It's a great movie.
I think that's where we'll call it for tonight. So everyone, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the gift of subs. And we will see you next time on the next episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers. Will our heroes be able to survive? Find out next week.
No.
Bye-bye.
Probably